Too often, I forget that Ark of War is like a roundabout, ever spinning, people coming, people going. Even at this moment, you might forget that people have only been playing for a week, a month, 6 months. A lot of us old heads take that for granted because we've seen so many come and go, we forget all the time there are new players and new servers popping up. So, as the late game gets stagnant, as the meta gets fixed, and as commanders and builds and gear becomes unavailable because of the price and the fact that, yes, I want to try them, yes, I want to use them, but realistically, I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars just to make a YouTube video to satisfy my curiosity for a day or two. And to be honest, I have done that for months and years at times, just building stuff for the sake of it. Stella tank builds, airship tank builds, I've done it. And I'm at a point now where it's just not exciting enough right now. And I take it for granted because I think that there's a lot of young players that in comments, especially in the videos, will say, oh, Melt, do a video on this, do a video on that. A lot of the stuff has already been covered and it hasn't really changed, or at least not significantly. So if you are one of those new players that is catching this channel and saying, oh, what'd Melt do today? Knowing that I'm years ahead of you in this game, just remember a lot of the stuff that you're experiencing right now, I've done in a beginner series or I've done in a commander breakdown. There's a lot of content on my channel, hundreds of videos that are still relevant. And if something is, greatly irrelevant, I will go back and remake a video of it. But anyway, I was thinking about how to approach meme review because I feel a stagnation in the community, right? Like we're mid-season, there was just a huge migration. Galactic Battle is forcing guilds to narrow down and funnel. And there's so much going on in the real world with politics and then COVID and then people's livelihood and then how interested they are in a video game is becoming kind of a backseat. And I'm guilty of that. There's a lot going on. For those of you that have been watching for a long time, today's my son's 2nd birthday. How exciting! Okay, but we'll do that birthday party later. All by ourselves. Yay, California. All right, let's jump into meme review. Sorry about that depressing intro. Home1987's memes had the front page here the whole time. That's the last meme. We'll check that at the end. He's got the most upvotes. But welcome back to Meme Review. Hope to give you guys a break from all this nonsense. And no matter what's going on in Ark of War, Meme Review is always fun. So let's go through and pick a winner for the week, and then we'll wrap this thing up. All right, Baba Yaga, it's true. There should be an option to mute system chat. Well, that's just a nice quality of life idea. Here, send that into the community, the community support people. Lorenzo! Yeah, do we really need to see when other people are releasing S commanders? Maybe if it's the first couple days on the server to find out who's spending, but after a month, come on. All right, Home1987, well, you got to remember, this is a spending incentive. This shows activity on the server. This shows other players you're not playing alone. But after a couple months, this should go away. You're right. All right, Home1987, 7 Pirates strikes again. Billy, what have you done? I'm a 7 Pirates developer. It was my idea to nerf King. I'll finish him off. Yeah, I said that about King getting nerfed, and that they don't normally nerf commanders, but, they do to the cheap commanders, right? Maruko, Vega, Golem technically got nerfed. Maruko got a big nerf a couple times, actually. I think Maruko used to be the best commander in the game back before Season 1, and then they nerfed his napalm damage, I think, anyway, there has been nerfs, but for the most part, the major commanders don't get nerfed, right? Elf, Rogers, Reinhardt, Stella did get nerfed somehow. I remember infantry got nerfed when plasma came. Well, when plasma came out, that ruined infantry, to be honest, because you just replied to any infantry commander with a plasma, even if you weren't a plasma man, and it was devastating. But King was broken. Penetration King overdrive build was broken, so I'm not totally opposed to that. But it sucks because a lot of players, it takes time to build a commander, right? You don't just go out next day and level up the skills to 60. People have been working on their Kings for months, so I feel bad for those people. I would say escalate those concerns to the developers. It's not my job to fix what the developers do, right? If you have a problem with what they're doing in the game, make a ticket, complain to them, see if they're willing to offer you a resolution. If you reply back 5 times, eventually they'll try to make you go away. Okay. All right, we've got an anonymous poster here. Uh-oh. All right, Nicole, Lorenzo, Sue, who are you? 7 Pirates. No questions. You are now serving the forces of evil. I don't know what this anime is from, but I don't know. You got to remember, the Nicole, Lorenzo, and Sue, they just work at a job. You know what I mean? Like, they're not shareholders of 7 Pirates. They're doing what they're told. They got families at home. They're pretty reasonable. They want us to be happy. The customer service people, at the end of the day, they'll give you what you want if you ask it the right way or if you make it possible for them to help you. I think that's the best way to say this. But yeah, look at that. Customer service staff getting a meme. Well done. Krusty Cruz, Tina goes swerve. This is based off the replay of the week last week where Tina's steam cannon just destroyed Hancock. Right, Tina's super immunity plus steam cannon removes Hancock's shield right away. And then steam cannon, or super immunity, removes any feral strength before it can land on you. Now, if it lands on you, you can't remove it then, but usually you should trigger it right away, and then Hancock just gets wrecked. Then again, it's kind of a fair fight, right? Because, like, Tina's other skill doesn't do much for her, so then she just needs to stack up, tank gear and guaranteed hit, and then she just beats on Hancock. But cool. Is that a good meme? Yes. Is it enough to win meme review? I don't know. It's funny. It's shareable, but it's not that relevant. I don't hate it. Okay, Ghostface. Not a meme, but as the only Romanian player on the server, congratulations. It looks like Zoo got their first take of Centicon. Now you guys got to hold it for as long as possible. Go. 3 months. Hold it for 3 months. Wow, they got the whole server. Good for you guys. All right, TFS0803. When you just want to play Ark of War but have to introduce the new MacBook Pro to the world. Let's see, TFS, Stronghold Battle Report, Combat Rogers, I agreed, Serious. This is a dumb meme. It's a dumb meme. He wasted my time. If that whooshed me, someone explain in the comments below what I missed. All right, literally me after every win. You freaking noob. Who's your god now? Kneel and lick my feet. Oh God, weebs. That's the one thing, man. I've watched some anime, right? I wouldn't say Airbender's anime, but like it's still anime. It's cartoon. It's like poetic and deep. Anime's good. Like Hunter x Hunter was good. I enjoyed some of those, right? What else did I watch? I didn't watch like Dragon Balls and stuff, but I know there's some great anime out there. I just don't want to go down that road. I'm too old, man. Why? Why would I? There's so much other stuff. I started reading books again. Don't need to watch any anime. I'm good, man. Although, I do want to watch that show with JoJo and Dio. I keep seeing those memes pop up. They seem funny. Anyway, I've been watching speedruns again. All right, TFS0803. Players between galactic campaign battles. Let us in! Let us in! Let us out! Let us out! I don't know what movie this is from. But it's true, right? You can't wait for the next galactic battle. Then you get in there, and then there's someone way too big, and you start to lose 5-10 minutes in. You're like, let me out! Let me out! That's the sad state of Ark of War. Like, the most important thing is galactic battle, and then you wait all week for it, and then like you immediately want to leave. That's not always the case, but it is often the case. All right, Kirky Kirkham set. Ooh, His Holiness. God. 7P messed up again. Okay, we set the wrong price for the planet chest group buy. What should we do? We could make them pay back the release cards they spent. We could refund the gold. Maybe we should just let them keep the release cards in gold. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They made these release 10 tokens 1,000 gold, right? Plus extras. I didn't get the full details of it, but basically you were able to do an 8,000 gold release 10 or 7,000 gold release 10 for 1,000, which is a 7 times value. 7 times value. And what that means is that magazines, remember when you release commanders, you release magazines. So if anyone wanted to go max leadership, they would have just, max leadership comms, they would just spend literally millions of gold to buy those things. And then they would get like a max leadership comm for thousands of dollars instead of tens of thousands of dollars, which is still a lot of money, 7 pirates. You might want to take the money if you can get it. But instead, they took the items back, gave people negative release 10 tokens, negative red ones, right? So you have to get some to lower that number. That can happen in the game. And then they gave them their gold back. So, yeah, not the best solution. They should have proof checked their work, right? Don't launch things to millions of devices unless it's proof checked. And if you do make the mistake, own it. Own it. You made a mistake, you know? And now you pissed a lot of people off that are making people hesitant to spend. It's a lot of negative buzz. But, you know, this company does things their own way. And, it's not my place to tell them how to do their job. It doesn't work anyway. All right, let's move on. Okay. Home on 987, just as I was getting his skills to level 60. Detail optimization bug fixes. Fix an issue with overdrive in King's Mind's Eye. Aw, Jerry. I love that Home One sees himself as a Jerry. He's so self-aware. For those of you that don't know, Jerry's like the idiot in Rick and Morty. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, definitely. He's like worse than a stupid guy comedy because he's not even likable. All right, like Will Smith always plays a likable guy like Anchorman and I don't know, Elf. Jerry's just like dumb and unlikable. It's a bad combo. All right, Home 1987. We all know it's true. Rogers mains on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, constantly getting buffed, right? As far as passive skills are concerned, that should help him. The new airship commander is going to be good with that skill, I think. I don't know. He's going to be using Roger's going to be using Orochi, but Roger's on top again, man. He always is. I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad that he is. It's good to have like a pinnacle commander, and Rogers fits the bill. And I kind of like his look. They need to make a Rogers skin with a captain's hat. You know what I'm saying? All right, another jazz. In every developing guild that happens, and there's actually in every developing guild that happens, and there is never a lack of the guy who says somebody can attack him. There's the guild, someone asking for speed ups, inactive players, and then the only 3 players in capital battles and guild events. This is what causes guilds to quit, or players to leave and migrate to other servers. They want to find a more active guild. The problem is that sometimes those 3 players are really toxic because they've been jaded for so long by carrying a guild. They'll show up to a new guild all zealous and start, alienating casual players, because you need casual players too. And people like to take breaks, or sometimes people don't play as serious for weeks or months on end. Then they come back hardcore for a few months. It's a family community game. Unless you're in like a hardcore competitive galactic battle guild, then don't be too hard on your players, or have multiple guilds set up. You don't need to have the guilds full all the time. Split them off into 2 or 3 guilds that are allies, and that you can have more casual players not worry about having to compete and feel like they're keeping the guild behind, like me. All right. Good meme, though. TFS0803, when players asking you why you hit them in their tiles, the suffering of others is the most amusing thing there is. Yeah, that's what kind of... So this is a stupid meme, but one of the things I found very unique about this game early on was, other than all the fun things to discover, was the players. It attracts a certain type of player. And I'm very much not that player, right? It attracts 2 types. The very family-oriented... sheepdog kind of like protectors who are about like unity, growth, and community, which I think I fall under. And then you have these other players that are just straight up spiteful. They want to log into Ark of War and just jack somebody up. I'm talking about Marines, a lot of truckers that just like fucking people up because it's funny, because it's just a game. But like other people take it so serious because they value their troops and account so much that they feel offended. And then the other people playing the game are just fucking people up. Like, it's like the people who enjoy Dark Souls versus the people who enjoy Zelda. You have 2 very different opposites of people. And I think it makes for a great dynamic in the game. But I've always found that very interesting because these personalities do not get along. So when you start a new guild, you'll find these 2 very different types of players in the guild. And you'll start noticing, wow, these people do not get along. And it's because they have very different outtakes, or views of how the game is meant to be played, and then they start polarizing when they start realizing people don't think the way they do. So it almost like causes a natural division in the guild. I've always found the social dynamics very interesting of the community, and that kind of explains why I'm still here, I guess. But last meme, here we go. Home 1987, anger the many to benefit the few. 7 Pirates developers realizing that they're probably triggering a spending strike from thousands of their players, and the word spending strike gets used. So you got to remember, the United States market and the English-speaking market is extremely large. We're in every country in the world speaks English. But the truth is, population-wise, China and India make up, 5 billion people? Over half the population on the planet. And they don't really... I mean, they care about all their markets. If they lost 10% of their market, they'd be upset. They lost the English speakers, they'd be upset. But the truth is you can't bow to terrorism, right? Or at least not publicly. So spending strikes and community pressure are 2 different things. It's almost like when I talk about the word spending strike, I've had so much experience with it in our game. We've got to be careful on how we promote and how we push things, because there's a constructive way to do things where we don't burn the bridge. We don't start a war. Because at the end of the day, they're holding all the cards. You think, oh, I'm holding the cards. I'm playing the game. I'm spending the money. Maybe they've already made their money. I know that they'd probably want the game to keep going and keep growing and making more money. But there's a right and a wrong way to do things. And this is probably something that was better for the masses, because people that did spend a lot of money to get high max leadership comms shouldn't be punished because they did it a few weeks or months before an event came out that broke the game that allowed people to do it cheap. So there was a better way to do it, and it's not my way to critique it. If anyone wants to propose better ways, this is Meme Review. Send what you want in. But that makes it up for the last meme. Now we got to pick a winner. What's the best, funniest, shareable meme?
Don't stop asking, my friend.
And then there were 3. TFS0803's. Is this a Pokemon meme? I know I should know this, but God, it doesn't look like a Pokemon I recognize, but it might be. When a player asks why you're hitting him and saying the suffering of others is amusing, it's good. Is it shareable? Yes. Is it funny? To half the community. I don't know if it's enough to win. Then I got the Tina Goes Swerve from Krusty Kruz. Now this is what's funny. This is a great meme, right? He's totally ditching the cop. He's got 2 gas cans. This kind of reminds me of what's that show? When McLovin, he's got the gas or the laundry box full of beer. Oh, it's disgusting. It's educational too. God, it's educational. This is actually quite good. It's growing on me. And then TFS, players between galactic battles. Let us out. If I knew what movie this was from, I know it's an older movie because you could tell by the resolution and the whatever, the color contrast, but saturation, whatever. What's the best meme? This one, it is funny. Oh, it's good. It's good. Or is it this one? I gotta go. I gotta go with this. Krusty Kruz. This is it. It's educational. It's funny. It was the theme of last week's replay of the week, and I think the word still needs to get out. Tina, super immunity, steam cannon, Taurus Leo, Rex Hancock. That's the way to do it. Krusty Kruz, you win. Replay of the week. Meme engineer. All right, you're Tiberian King. Let's do that. I'm tripping over myself this morning, guys. Well, hey, it's been an absolute pleasure. I love doing Meme Review. Thanks for submitting the content. More stuff to come. The mugs are on their way, and I'm going to be doing a replay of the week merch thing for Teespring. If you want to do something like that, I'm working on all that right now. But thank you for making it to the end of this show. I want to ask you guys kind of secretly, would anyone be interested in playing me in chess? I know that sounds like a ridiculous proposal, but I watched the Beth Harmon on the Queen's Gambit on Netflix last week, and I was like, I want to start playing chess again. And I never really played it, but like I knew about chess. I played it here and there. I'm thinking about challenging some viewers because it just looks fun. I mean, I'm trash. I've been playing computers and I just get wrecked all the time. But anyway, if you made it to the end of Meme Review, put it in the comments below if you're down for a game of chess. If you'd even like to see that. I know this is an Arc of War channel and chess has nothing to do with it, but I don't know, man. It might be fun just for a live stream for like the paid members of the channel, the $5 members. We should do that. I think it'd be fun. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.